Weather Authority local weather forecast.
Welcome back. Well, it really has been a hot and dry back in July, but as we started off August, it hasn't been too bad. We actually had some little bit of storm activity across Arizona, and as we take a look at our updated drought monitor, we have seen some slight improvements with that. So we are seeing more moderate and even dry across Arizona. So we have seen a little bit of change with that, but that is because of those warm and dry months we had for July. So it did bring us some changes with that, but we are still looking out for that moisture. So hopefully we are in this monsoon season. Maybe we'll get a little bit more of that rain activity to help us so we don't get to that extreme levels. And as we do look at our satellite and radar as of right now, well, not seeing a whole lot going on for us here in the desert Southwest. Still staying off to the north and even to the east, but for us here, we aren't seeing a lot of that activity going on, and we're staying pretty clear, but we are still holding on to that monsoonal moisture. So we are still feeling a little bit sticky out there, and as we look at those dew points continuing to stay pretty high, so we're actually seeing dew points hanging out in the low 60s in some areas and also even some mid and upper 50s, so holding on to that extra monsoonal moisture, and we're going to continue to have dew points staying just like this even as we head into our Friday. So we're going to be feeling those humid conditions and staying a little sticky out there, but it is going to keep our temperatures a little bit cooler, and that's what we've been feeling for the past several days, or at least earlier this week is when we had those slightly cooler temperatures. And it's because we have this trough of low pressure that is just continuing to sit along the coast of California, so it is bringing in that moisture and making it stay in put, but then it's also keeping our temperatures more mild for this time of year. But then going into our weekend, we are going to see that trough weaken, and then it's just going to give that opportunity for a ridge of high pressure to build. So yes, we will have our temperatures that will begin to heat up and dry us out. So with that drier conditions, we'll make the heat, it'll turn up the heat, so we will have hotter temperatures that will eventually arrive. So I'll get to that in a moment in my extended forecast, but let's talk winds because that's going to be a focus yet again. So the past couple of evenings we've had breezy to windy conditions, so it's going to be the same setup for today as well. So we're going to have breezy conditions and occasionally windy at times, so gusts will range about 20 to even 35 miles per hour. We'll have those strong westerly winds. They'll calm down in the morning and then they'll pick right back up come the late afternoon and early evening is when we'll have those winds rejoin, especially in Imperial County. So winds will just continue to be part of the forecast, and we do have an air quality alert for those winds and the blowing dust that'll come along with it, and that'll be for Imperial and El Centro until midnight tonight. So that's something we'll be having, is those winds yet again. But on our 8-day forecast, temperatures low 100s, so not too bad temperature-wise, but holding on to that moisture, feeling a little bit hotter than what it is. And then going into next week, we'll see those temperatures start to rise back up into the 1-teens. And Imperial Valley also have a warming trend and drier conditions on the way. Back to you, Scott.
Thank you, Melissa.